Greetings, viewers, and welcome back. It's been a little bit of time since we last parted, and as you should notice in front of you, if you've been keeping up with the series, the base has been modified quite heavily. It did not look like this the last time we were together, so I woke up in the middle of the night out of a dead sleep and thought to myself, what am I going to do about the dogs? Because, yes, our base worked fine for the first horde, and quite possibly it would work for the second. But once dogs started showing up, dogs unfortunately can't use ladders, and based off of the Fortitude series, when we started having them show up, they were in quite large number. There was at least maybe, I would say, probably 10, 12, 15 of them for the entire duration of the horde, and if they can't get up the ladders, they get angry, and they start just breaking stuff. And perhaps some supports here and there, the fences here and there isn't going to be a big deal, but if they break enough of the support structure that gives the zombies access to actually climb up to get to us, that's going to be a huge problem. And if they break enough of it that it collapses, that's really going to be a problem. Also, if they break the support structure for the entire structure that we're in, that would also be a problem. So I jumped online and just started doing what I could to fix it. I'm going to break off here and just kind of give you a little short play-by-play of each of the steps that I used to fix this thing, and then we're going to kind of go over the whole thing all together and I'll show you what we did. So the first thing that I had to do was knock out all of the ladder sections so that I can make this entire column going up 3 by 3, which would then have the walkway basically wrapping around it going from the ground level up, so that dogs and creatures that cannot use ladders would actually be able to ascend to get to us without having them destroy the path that the other zombies would need to take. So the next phase involves towering up so that we can convert all of the wood center posts to cobblestone, so that way the blocks that kind of end up encircling it, we can kind of repair and upgrade everything accordingly. Then we drop back down, and I have my blocks split between the wedges and solid blocks because we're going to end up having to come in here and encircle this centerpiece. So we're going to just build our way up to the sky doing this, making kind of a C shape around that center column. Alright, so now that we made it all the way to the top, it really doesn't matter if we break that or not because it still counts as a solid block, and if they fall, they're going to kind of land on here anyway, so there's no point in breaking that off. We're just going to leave that as is. We're still going to have to cross the rest of this balance beam to get to our door. Need to worry more about that portion right. Almost didn't think that through very well getting back down. So the next obstacle is collecting stone. We had a whole bunch of clay on hand, but in order to make the cobblestone bricks, we're going to need to upgrade all of these things. We're going to need a lot of stone. So we're basically going to just wear this pickaxe out. So I'm not a huge fan of the center column of this 3 by 3 section being cobblestone. However, it should have no bearing on them deciding that they're going to, path up to us some alternate route. We did the 5 by 5 challenge, and the 5 by 5 tower worked really well, having these zombies path up it, and they should not see that as anything that's going to obstruct them from continuing, so it does not need to be concrete or steel in the center, and basically we just need to do this all the way to the top. Alright, so now that we've made it to the top, we have our 3 by 3 platform. The next step is going to have to be towering up from the bottom using these wooden shapes and basically doing the best we can arranging a descending path. I want to start from the top because what I want to happen is I want them to end right here. I don't want it to end over here or come up some other funky way. I want to start it here, so I'm going to have to tower all the way up and start here and then just kind of encircling it going all the way down. So now we have to get back to the bottom to do that. Alright, so we're testing this first with the wooden shapes. I just want to make sure that it will actually work in theory. So the first thing I'm going to do is place a cube block there, but then I'm going to change this. If you've noticed down here, I've got this split into cubes and wedges because I want to give them a path. If I do it with all blocks and make them jump, they're going to get angry and just start punching stuff. So I want to get them up here. Them going around and around and around is going to already delay them enough. So I don't need to put any more obstacles on top of that. Once they get up here, then they have to make the precarious walk across the balance beam. So I think we can make this work. It's just going to take some geschleusseling of the pieces. So I want that to be there, but then in order to get to that side, we then now have to go all the way back down. Change the shape to cubes. Then tower back up from here. So I cannot put a block out here until this is done. And again, we want wedge shapes. So I want that there, that there. Of course, it's not going to make this easy. That there. But I cannot stick a block there until we drop down. All right, so they have the ramp run up, flat corner, ramp up to the top. And then all we're going to do is just follow that same pattern going all the way around. So I'm just going to have to keep towering up, placing blocks, towering up, placing blocks. And probably over time, what I'll end up doing is just attaching more underneath. Just in the event that they decide to start punching this ramp, if they break that out and somebody can't get across, that's going to be disastrous for us. So we will end up filling in as we can. But we're going to just get the basic structure in place first. So I'm going to switch to actually using the wooden blocks now that we know this will work, and then just tower up using these basically particle board blocks. And then back to collecting more stone for cobblestone. Still have a good bit of clay, so we're just knocking out these big boulders that happen to be right near the base. So we're just going to take advantage of getting all the stone that we can so that we can upgrade all the wooden blocks. All right, so we've got this whole top section here. Our 3x3 is cobblestone, and the ramp pieces that are going down, each part of the corner has a flat block, and then it proceeds down again. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work my way down from the top, and all of the center pieces that I can get to, I'm just going to upgrade with all the cobblestone that I have left. So I kind of wish this would have been planned a little bit better, because theoretically, if they were to fall off the balance beam at this portion, they could still land on the ramp here and just be right back at it again. I would, if I could, just destroy this whole thing and shift it back 2 or 3 blocks, that'd be great. And then just have this balance beam basically over the expanse here that they would have to fall down. However, since I am trying to play catch up now, and because I screwed up and didn't plan very well or even think about this before doing it, this is the end result. So I'm just going to continue to upgrade everything that I can to cobblestone here. So the next step in our journey here involves removing this center shed structure, or at least chopping enough of it away that we can build up our center column the way that we wanted it. Because again, I want this to completely encompass this centerpiece. Theoretically, these are connected visually. There's a gap here. However, this smaller column actually takes up that entire block. So these are all essentially one solid piece as far as the game is concerned. And I want to build this all the way up to the top here so that it's touching. Now, like I stated previously, I want to attach ladder pieces that are at least 2 high up off the ground. Once parkour's, I believe, maxed, or at least close to it, we can then jump 3 blocks high and grab the ladder, but that's irrelevant because the zombies cannot reach it if it's too high off the ground, and we already can without even doing anything in parkour. So we just need to finish making sure that this has clearance and then just building this all the way up to the bottom of that. Quite honestly, the way that I think that we should do that is I think we're going to use these again, and what we'll do is we'll just build up before we even stack that so that we at least have some sort of a escape once we reach the top. So we're just going to tower all the way up. Can't jump anymore. This block directly overhead. Of course, it's double layered. So the next thing we're going to do is make our ladder pieces. I'm going to use this style of ladder. Really doesn't matter which one you do. And I'm going to attach them here. So that way, once we build all the way up, we at least have some sort of access, so we're not going to have to fall to our death. So we're splitting our blocks again, and we're just going to do this all the way up. So clearly I did not think this through very well. We made it all the way to the top, and I can't quite get to the ladder that we made, and even if I could, it's on the opposite side, because theoretically it would be on the opposite side of this block. So we're going to have to make our own way down and then kind of build back up to be able to fill this space and then create ladders going the rest of the way down. So I think if I just run and don't even jump, we should be able to make that. So what we need now is ladders going all the way down to a point where the zombies can't get up, but we can. It sucks that this is all wood, but we can just collect more cobblestone along our adventures and upgrade that as needed. All right, so the zombies will not be able to see this as a path. However, we can jump and climb all the way up to our horde base. So what I would like to do now is craft a hatch that's going to go there. All right, so now we have a reliable way to get up into our horde base, which also at the same time provides more structure. We can get right to the action here. The only other thing that I've thought about that may end up causing us some grief are birds, especially being up this high. Granted, we're not really going to have too many other threats besides that. It's not like any of the zombies should be getting to us, or the dogs, or whatever. Worst case, we have a cop that comes up and spits at us, but the birds, I feel like, if we were to come off to the side here on the balconies, we should be able to deal with them because they are going to come on to us, basically being overhead. So if we're up against this railing, the sky above us is clear, so they are going to come at us. They're going to come at us here too. What I thought about doing was building railing sections such as this here out a little bit further and kind of making a cage so that we can still kind of shoot them from here. So we have a couple more pieces, so I'm just going to use that and see what they look like, and if I don't like it, I'm able to pick them back up and we can kind of try again with a different route. All right, so let's take a look at exactly what we've done so you can see visually the kind of massive tower here. Very reminiscent of the 5x5 challenge that I did. Just kind of obviously altered a little bit because I am using these ramp blocks. So if we're to follow this path all the way up, let's pretend we're one of the zombies. They have an unobstructed path. There is no blocks as in previous bases that kind of slow them down and make them jump over. They just have 3 ramp blocks and then a flat block. Now, that's not to say that they're not going to come speeding around this corner and fly off the edge and fall down and then have to start the journey all over again, perhaps after going into rage mode and punching a couple things. But their path is basically unobstructed. It's just extended. Instead of one long bridge starting out there where the snow and the grass meet and just ramping it all the way up to there, they have to run around and around and around and around to get to us. So it's just a repeating pattern all the way up. They finally get to the top. And again, I really wish this was pushed further back, but it's kind of piss poor planning on my part. I didn't jump into a world and test this out and practice the design and see how it worked and modify it. I just kind of came in here and said, you know what will be fun? Let's try this. And kind of on the fly realized that what we were doing probably wasn't going to work for the long term. So I think this, however, is going to work for us a little bit better. We'll just have to keep upgrading it. This is going to be a lot of resources. We are going to need concrete coming out of our ears in order to keep up with this and to upgrade it. But we're going to start with the more important portions of it. Anyway, so the zombies come up and they have to fight us here again. They fall. There's a chance that they will land on that ramp. There's a chance that they'll land on that walkway. This, however, is kind of, this wall right here is flush with that, so they shouldn't land on that. But if they were, it does not connect because I knocked out those stairs over there previously. So hopefully they'll either jump down or find another way to get back to this position here to come fight us at the hatch. I have 2 hatches here. As previous, we have our beam across. I went ahead and installed this. Basically, I'll call it, for lack of a better term, I'll call it a bird cage. I did leave this open specifically for the purpose of perhaps throwing Molotovs. If we just so happen to find a rocket launcher, we're not going to build one because if we did that, it'd be level 1. But let's say we find a level 4 rocket launcher somewhere. We can shoot that right here through the hole. Same thing on the other side. We have access for whatever. Probably not pipe bombs, because chances are we'll skip them off of that and they'll go off into the blue yonder. I did provide a escape hatch here if for whatever reason we're in here, the zombies breach, we've got to get out. They basically don't see that as a path, so they should not be over here. So worst case, we can hop down and then kind of get down here as they're coming up, maybe to try and get to us to fight. We can shoot. We have options. We can jump down and then work our way back up. There's a multitude of things we can do. At least, again, I like to have options. That was close. So the other thing that we did was we basically completed this structure. It's all wood. It's not cobblestone. This is probably the most resource intensive base ever, and it's not even starting from scratch, which is crazy. So this wraps all the way around. However, we do have this ladder that is 2 blocks high, so we can jump to get it. The zombies do not see it as a path. We can just take a straight shot up to get to our base. We have our hatch installed, close that, and we're in fighting position. So we are going to be harvesting stone, clay, and cobblestone, concrete, just as much as possible. So all of that took more than a day to get done, but however, I feel like we are now in a better position where we essentially should have been prior to us leaving off. Again, that horde base was kind of just hodgepodge. It worked for the first one. It was great. It was quite a quality entertainment. It was fun. It was new. It was exciting. I don't like to do the same thing over and over again. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what you've seen so far. But from here, now we're going to progress forward with what we've been doing. So from all the building and upgrading that we did get a skill point. Right now, we are maxed on what we can do for these main damage dealing skills until we get agility level 7. Currently, we are only level 5. Level 6 and 7 are going to require 2 points. So in order to upgrade that, we would need to save up another one. However, I feel like we can probably get some benefit. The whole point of agility is parkour, I think. I mean, yeah, we've got the sneaking stuff as well. But I would like to be able to jump higher and fall farther and do all of the parkour things. So I think what I'd like to do is put this point here. Can now jump 1 meter higher. That definitely feels like it's a lot more. Maybe that'll aid us in escaping from some zombies at some point. Hopefully we'll be glad that we went into that. Right now, the only crafting station we have is a workbench. We do not have the ability to craft a forge as of yet. I would like to get that rolling. The only way that I can see doing that is either looting it from somewhere, as far as the schematic or a forge itself from a POI, or getting one as a tier quest reward from a merchant. So our inventory is ready to rock and roll. I feel like we should hop on the bike and head out and see what we can get into while we're at least halfway into the day.
Holy shit, I thought you were a zombie.
All right, he's got some sugar butts. We only have 121 coin. He's got eye candy. So basically we can only buy one of those. I feel like day 10 is a restock day. I don't honestly quite remember what day it was scheduled to restock. Not that we can really afford a whole lot right now. We can get our hopes up by window shopping though, right? Oh, the robotic drone schematic. Wouldn't that be nice? I just really enjoy having the extra storage. This thing, I figured this would have been a higher tier loot, but we're only on day 10. And we're loot stage 22 right now. And when we check the merchant's inventory, he's got a drone schematic. So clearly something has changed, that this is a little bit more readily accessible. Clearly, we cannot make anything higher than a level 1, even if we had the coin to buy this right now. But I just, I don't know. That seems like it's almost too easy to get right now.
Get the hell out of my store!
That's kind of depressing. That's all the coin that we have. Let's see what kind of jobs he has. Buried supplies is close. That should be fairly simple. That should supply us with some more clay from digging. Holy fuck, that took forever. There's not even any zombies coming to attack us? The fuck is going on? Am I missing something here? Is there not supposed to be zombies attacking us once we finish digging up the treasure? Okay. Well, there goes my XP, I guess. Alright, well, it's way too late to be trying to go back to the trader. And basically, we have a boatload of clay from digging that thing up. We do not have very much stone. I'm going to go ahead and start crafting some more cobblestone blocks so that we can get some of the base stuff that we created upgraded. However, I'm also going to start sitting here and smacking this rock a little bit and getting some more stone for us. All right, so I don't know how they could possibly not find this as a path to get up. So thanks to that wolf for helping point out, I guess, a slight flaw-ish, if you want to call it that. Granted, there's only one path to get up. But at least if they kind of hit this corner, then it kind of pushes them, and they can figure it out from there. So hopefully that'll work a little bit better. Alright, well, good thing we waited.
Dude, best keep clear.
Ooh, a machete. That's a bladed weapon. There's got to be some correlation in the game that it knows what stats you're using and what loot it offers you. I've never been offered a machete that I can remember. And that's a higher tier tool than our knife, so there's no way this isn't better. 25.2 to 7.6. You're damn right. Fucking give me that machete, bro. Hell yeah, brother. I love upgrades. And it's the same level, so we have the same amount of mod slots. And now we've got a... It's not really a machete. I think that's more of a kukuri? I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But blade shape would indicate that that's what style it is.
You're getting on my nerves, friend.
Let's see. Fetch clear is the closest one. The rest of them are quite a distance away.
Like you.
Grocery
Maybe
store.
I'll change, can't say I'm
All right, let's go test out this new machete, shall we?
good luck, kid.
This is not the same grocery store as the big Shamway place that we've raided before. Let's see what this machine is not working. We're definitely going to take that apart. We need forged steel and forged iron. Tweaker boys coming. Let's try out our new machete. Hey, bro, help me out, will you? Holy shit! That was fucking awesome. I like it. Okay. Let's see if this vending machine works this time. No. Let's take it apart again. Alright. We also need cobblestone. So we're starting on the roof here. Shall we do a little bit of sneaking since we have points invested in that? Speaking of which, I think we leveled up again. We did. We're just raining points here. Can't go into parkour again until level 6. We can do the light armor thing, which, again, is kind of dependent on finding sewing kits. And then also we make this level 4, we level up again, and then we can make level 5. So do we really bust our ass to try and get these crafted, or do we just put the point in it? Oh, can't think about it anymore. Too late, it's done. Then we can at least craft ourselves level 5 leather armor at some point and upgrade from there as necessary with military armor or even level 6 leather that we loot. Eggs for our steak and egg, or bacon and eggs recipe. I was just going to say, do we not have any zombies in this POI or what? That power attack's pretty deadly with this machete. Holy shit. Get geschleuseld. Alright. Let's pull up some more stamina while he comes back. Let's try the power attack again. Sprinting power attack! Not the same as Brawler. Sliced his arm off. So I like how I can be walking, not sprinting, not doing anything, just moseying along, and they don't see or hear anything. But then I go to crouch walking, which is supposed to be sneaking, and they hear me. So I just don't get it. But they pick and choose that they're going to detect or not. Can jump up there, thanks parkour. Hardcore parkour. What's up, guys? Knife guy. Knife guy. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Like fucking Crocodile Dundee over here. What you doing? Oh, you can't get up here? You need to level up parkour, my guy. Oh, that had to hurt. Look at that. What is that, 2 blocks high? Yoink! Or like fucking Super Mario. So, supplies are on this level. Let's see if we can sneak a little bit. I'm sure the helmet light probably doesn't help. And I'm sure once we put some more points into sneak, it'll probably serve us a little bit better. It's a free torch. Really? I was gonna say, so that means they're just gonna be around the corner then. Sure enough, here they are, popping out of the ceiling. You're gonna come... What are you guys doing? Why do you do this? Don't worry, I'll wait. Seriously? He didn't like that. Is Mo gonna figure it out? Come on, Mo, I believe in you. You've played this before. There you go. No, no. Doors still elude you, huh? Man, hate to know what you were like in the world before you zombified yourself. Or got zombified, I should say. No telling how you became a zombie. Was it airborne? Did you get bit? Who knows? Good grief. Of course it's a lumberjack. It's alright, he can get power attacked. Yeet! Ah! And we don't have healing factor to heal us. Shut up. Stop hitting my door. But that's not enough health to worry about using a first aid kit for. Bong monitors. Alright, came in from there. Probably don't need more bones. Take everything we can to sell. I'd like to buy that drone schematic if possible. Well, isn't that convenient? A pipe rifle with some 7.62 to go with it. That. I already have one of those at home, though. There's our supplies we need. Let's go ahead and do that. Clear some space. Definitely gonna loot this cobblestone once we clear this area. There's no way there's no zombies around here. Some sleepy construction workers. Really? As well use all of our skills to our advantage here. Retrieve our arrows. Let's go ahead and get this cobblestone real quick. Oh, okay. See how many licks it's gonna take to get to the center of the fat boy here. Especially now that he's booking it. Oh shit. He's not happy with us. He's bleeding though. That's why he's making that sound. And apparently he absorbed our arrows. Okay. Usually when you get those keys, it's the end of the POI. Who's gonna fall out of the ceiling? Oh, look at that loot stash. Hell yeah, brother. Oh. See somebody in the corner over there. Dang. That definitely looks like a zombie to me. Was a zombie. I'm sure there's going to be a couple more. Somebody's going to probably pop out of the ceiling. There's going to be people behind the shelves. Let's just start looting and collecting shit in here so we can get this thing done. There they are. Called it. What? I'll slice your kneecaps off, kid. I'd like to have nails for more storage boxes. Let's go ahead and repair some stuff. Our shovel has definitely seen better days. Find some more repair kits or we can craft some. Let's clear the rest of this area here. Still says we're not clear yet. Still not clear yet. Come on, who else is left? Alright, return to trader. Nobody's gonna want that. Let's go ahead and wear those and chop into these crates. We'll do this first. And there's the airdrop. Alright. Let's chop into these and see what's there. Robots and stun batons degrade slower. Sure, why not? Can bake potatoes. Sounds entirely difficult without a recipe. Sledgehammers don't do us any good since we're not doing strength. We already have gas. We need to get to the bicycle or to the mini bike and offload some of this shit. Holy shit! So steel tools does not do us any good. This could do us some good. This will be nice. Let's see what we're wearing. We've already got that, basically. Should only have 2 modifier slots. Oh, put that in there. There we go. Look at that. We're beefier. Pretty sure we're good on bones, but have some space. What is back here? Is this somewhere we've already been? Yeah, we've already been here. All right, let's get out of here. All right, we've got an airdrop and a trader to get to. Looks like the airdrop's just sitting here right in the middle of town on the sidewalk. We still have our loot goggles on. Cornbread and scrap armor, which we will probably just sell. So let's head back to the trader. I'm not sure where this fog came from. All right, Rex.
Business, fool.
Bitch, I'm coming back for your fuck. Holy shit!
Ourselves a real-life hero.
What the fuck is going on with these quest rewards? A level 5 robotic sledge? You're damn right. I'm gonna find something to do with that on the base now. Holy shit. Yeah, those are all nighttime only, so fuck that. I don't have time for that right now. Let's sell him what we have for now. Let's see. Let's slow down a minute. Alright, no sugar butts. That's strength. That's strength. Don't need it. Already got one. Already got one. Got better. Need it. Don't need that. Don't need that. Definitely don't need that. Wow, a level 5 sledge. Is that a joke?
Cha-ching!
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm not your fucking buddy either. So let's sell this shit. Because we're all about the light armor in this series. We like to try new things and get out of our comfort zone, you know? Look at that leather chest armor at level 4. Holy cow. That make you lose mobility. I thought only heavy armor did that. So can you put those other connector things on that then?
Don't let the door hit you on your way out.
Living level 5 padded, so that probably wouldn't be an upgrade at this point. That's a good question though. I need to find something to do with this. But at the same time, if we put it at the gates to our fighting position and it just starts smacking them off, then that's less zombies for us to hit. But I think it'll be fun. I think we should figure that one out. And his jobs, I'm not going to do any of these right now. That sucks. I'm glad we got at least an upgrade or 2. I think we should buy this while we can. Should probably buy that too. So let's head back towards the house, but we're going to kind of keep our eyes out for anything interesting to get into, because there's a lot of POIs in this town. The other option we have is that we could loot this place where we lived in the last series, since we have set that up for ourselves. So in the last series, we said that we should probably loot the last POI that we lived in. When we were doing the Fortitude series, we raided the farmhouse where we did the Perception series. We're now doing Agility, and it's time to raid the Fortitude house. However, we have run out of time for recording for this session, but in the next video, we'll pick it up right here where we're leaving off, and we'll go ahead and get this house raided. Hopefully the basement portion doesn't give us too much trouble, and we can have room for all the juicy loot that we're going to pull out of this place and see what happens. So if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel the need to do. I am always open to constructive criticism or feedback. If there's anything that I can do to make my videos better for you, please feel free to let me know. I promise you're not going to hurt my feelings. So with that, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next episode.